Covering an area of around 100 square kilometres, the Quantock Hills are situated in the English county of Somerset. Over the years, the hills have inspired many artists and writers, such as the Romantic poets Samuel Coleridge and William Wordsworth. The area is also the unlikely base for a motorcycling team that's been ruffling the feathers of endurance racing's elite for over 2 decades. The Phase 1 endurance team was co-founded in 1985 by Russell Benny. A project engineer in the nuclear power industry, Benny was drawn to endurance racing by the engineering, strategic and riding challenges that this form of motorsport presents. The team's first competitive outing was the 1985 Bol d'Or, a 24-hour race which at that time was held at the Paul Ricard circuit in southern France.
I got as many of my mates together as we possibly could, some electricians and mechanics and cooks and timekeepers and drivers. Formed a merry band of about 10 of us, incidentally about half the people you really need, and off we went to the south of France and went racing. We qualified last, 80th, and we finished the race 42nd, almost last as well. The bike was hopelessly uncompetitive, and it was the biggest learning curve in my whole life.
Despite a chronic lack of financial resources, Phase 1 moved steadily up the grid thanks to their dedication and determination. At the end of 1992, Benny made the decision to quit riding and focus his attention on team management. It proved to be a wise decision, as the following year, Phase 1 went on to win the first of 3 endurance racing world championships. Their success has been all the more impressive given that Phase 1 is a privateer outfit which competes against factory-sponsored teams with over 4 times their budget. A pool of over 30 volunteers from Britain and mainland Europe helped Benny prepare for each of the 6 races that make up the endurance racing season. Of those, 15 to 20 are selected to fill a set of designated roles at race meetings. Regardless of whether they're racing in France or Japan, all crew pay for their own travel and accommodation.
We take the sport extremely seriously, there's no doubt about that. We have to keep a friendly social element to it as well, because it's a voluntary team. So you have to make the balance proper for people. People like doing things properly with a serious element, and they like to enjoy themselves as well. Provided you don't ever let the proportion go wrong, it should always work out.
Le Mans in France hosts the opening race of the 2008 season. After one of their riders falls in qualifying, Phase 1 starts in 15th place on the grid. But with 24 hours of racing ahead of them, anything's possible. Five laps in, and one of the pre-race favourites, Kawasaki France, leads. But as the rain starts to fall, their challenge comes to a spectacular end. Another French outfit, the Suzuki Endurance Racing Team, or CERT, take the lead. Endurance racing enjoys a much higher profile in France than in other countries, so the factory-supported teams tend to be based here. As pre-race favourites and defending champions, victory is expected from CERT. Meanwhile, Phase 1 moves steadily through the field, and after 4 hours, their Yamaha lies third.
A good endurance rider is a blend of speed and experience. You need somebody that constructs his lap time of a small element of risk and a high level of experience, but yet you can't go so far into that level of experience that he won't take any risks at all.
darkness descends, things are looking good for the giant killers from Somerset. But after suffering 2 crashes during the night, Phase 1 drops back to 19th place. They continue to battle on gamely, climbing back up through the field the following day. The Cert Suzukis live up to expectations by claiming the top 2 positions for the 2nd year in a row. Phase 1 finish in a solid but slightly disappointing 12th place. With factory-supported French teams filling the podium, Phase 1 must continue to battle the odds if they're to repeat their unlikely successes.
I'd love the team to be able to develop further. I'd love this country to be more tuned in to endurance. There aren't many British world champions, and we're very lucky to have won 3 times. It's been through hard work and luck, I suppose. I don't want to stay here. No, I really want to develop the team further. No doubt about that.